Thanks for tuning into Stocks with Antonio. Today, CPI came out. We're going to be talking a little bit about that. I'm going to be sharing my opinion on the market and what I think is going to happen to interest rates. But before we get into that, I want to share a play that I did for those of you that are day traders, scalpers. I did a call option on NVIDIA, and man, what a move on NVIDIA today. I love to actually know if you're watching this video and you were able to catch NVIDIA to the upside today, let me know down in the comments below. When the market opened, Nvidia was going down. It was pulling back. It was going to the downside. But I was able to catch the reversal to the upside, and I got in on my contract when it was trading around 205. And this thing, I saw it go all the way up to 212. I'm not sure if it even went higher than that. Now, unfortunately for me, I sold out of my contract before the 212, or I would have made a lot of money, but I still made good profit on it. I'm happy with the day. And I wanted to know if anyone got that upside on NVIDIA. What a run on NVIDIA today. But now let's get into it. The CPI. So the CPI came out today. I think investors took that well, right? CPI came in cooler than expected, and that is a good sign. Jobs report, when it came out not too long ago, showed the job market getting weaker. Now, obviously, that doesn't sound good, right? That's not good, but it's good in the sense of rates because the feds are not going to increase interest rates if they see inflation easing, if they see the job market weak. So this is an opportunity for us to maybe get the rate cuts that we've been wanting, the investors have been wanting. And that's why I think that stock market didn't sell off today. Now, if we would have gotten bad news on the CPI, we probably would have sold off. So I see this as an opportunity where the markets may go higher. And to be honest with you, now this is just my opinion, I just don't see us getting any rate increases. So I was never too worried about that when individuals were talking more about the possibility of that happening. I just don't see that happening. And to be honest with you, we might end up getting rate cuts. Let's see. But I just don't see us getting any rate hikes. I think when the feds talk about that, they're probably just going to keep rates unchanged, but maybe they'll talk about possible future rate hikes depending on how future data comes out, and I think that will be positive for the stock market. Even though some stocks have been running up, and you hear the SPYs hit new highs and things like that, there's actually a lot of good companies, a lot of good quality stocks that have been pulling back. For those of you that are long-term investors, this is a great opportunity. If you see that company's been improving, nothing bad about the company, but the share price has been going down, this is where you might want to think about entering, right? And holding and building up a position size. Because when you see these stocks run up, guess the ones that are really reaping all the benefits, the ones that found opportunity before the run up, that were able to start a position in it and build up a position size. Now, when it comes to ServiceNow, this is one that I recently added to my long-term portfolio. And I wanted to talk about it because IBM came out with their earnings and they didn't do great. So they had a big sell-off and it impacted ServiceNow. If you see the ServiceNow, they did a drop. But I don't think because IBM didn't do well that you should be too worried about ServiceNow. That's my opinion. So what I did, I actually bought more shares of ServiceNow and I'm continuing to increase my position size because I believe this company in the future is going to grow a lot more. And I want to be in it now. I want to build in my position size on this pullback. Now, I am going to be watching Q2 earnings, which Q2 earnings are coming out. You already saw banks came out and they killed it. And I already knew they were going to kill it. I expected that. With these prices and interest rates being high, banks are raking in the money. They're raking in the money. Let's just be honest. If banks couldn't make money right now, then there would be something wrong with the banks. They're just piling in the money. So I already knew they were going to kill it. IBM, though, they didn't kill it. And you saw that ServiceNow was affected. The share price did do a pullback. And that's why we also want to watch Netflix. Netflix is going to be coming out soon. So we'll have to see because if they don't do well, it is going to impact some stocks. So you want to stay aware of what's going on in the world and also with earnings. So keep your eyes out there. But I'm seeing a lot of opportunity with ServiceNow, Microsoft. And if you've been following my channel, I've been talking about Microsoft. I've been talking about Meta. I was buying Meta in the low 600s. And when I'm talking about low 600, under 610, under 605, and then I started to buy even heavier under 600. I believe there's a lot of opportunity in Meta. And then looks just like that, it ran up to 660. Now, right now, I'm not buying anymore because it's around 660. But if it pulls back, I am going to continue to buy. But that's what I wanted to demonstrate. Meta, great example, was under $600. Now it's at 660. Doesn't mean it won't pull back because Meta has its swings, but you have to think about Meta 10 years from now. Do you think it's going to be lower or where it's currently at, or do you think it's going to be a lot higher? I personally think it's going to be a lot higher, but I do want to prepare. If you are investing in Microsoft, if you're investing into Meta, if you're looking at it as a short-term type of investment, just know that these stocks may take longer than you expect to do that run up. And the reason I say this, if you look at Microsoft's price last year, it was trading around where it's currently at, right? Or actually, it was trading in higher. So if you would have bought Microsoft last year, you possibly are down on the stock. So does that make me think it's not an opportunity? No, because the company's doing better now than it was last year, but the stock price hasn't really moved. So now it's even more attractive valuation. So I see it as a great opportunity. Now, why is it pulling back? A lot of investors are concerned with the heavy spending that they have on AI infrastructure. Now, I don't think that what they're doing is bad. I think AI is the future. I believe in what they're doing. These companies have been tested before, and they've always come, in my opinion, to the other side. So I'm not going to doubt them when they've already proven themselves and become big boys. I think whatever they're doing, they may make sometimes a mistake, but I am with the companies in the sense that I believe they're going to end up making the right decisions. They're going to prove it to investors, and I want to be an investor early on. Now, I'm not saying that I'm investing in Microsoft early on. I know it's been out for years, but imagine the individuals that invested in Microsoft 20 years ago. Some of those individuals, if they held, their life has changed. So I'm building up my position size in these companies, and I'm going to be holding, and I plan to hold for the next 10 years plus. And I think if you're long-term investors, right now, these are great opportunities. Now, Meta ran up, but you can keep an eye. If it pulls back, I think it's a great opportunity. Now, I'm just sharing with you what I'm doing with my money, what I'm doing with my portfolio, and where I see opportunities and my views on everything, right? I'm not a financial advisor. I cannot tell you what to buy, hold, or sell. I can just share with you what I think is a good idea for me, and I'm sharing that with everyone that watches the channel. Now, if you are someone that watches the channel, you've been following along, you've seen that I've been talking about these companies, especially Meta, before the run up. So if you want to know what's going on in the stock market, make sure you're hitting the subscribe button, hit the thumbs like. And now everyone that watches this, right, they're different types of traders. Some of you may be a long term, some are short term, some are a mix, and some are learning, just like I am. I've been investing long term over 10 years, but short term, I started last year. So if you're newer, you're still learning. And I got desk mats that have all the candle patterns and things like that that can help you out while you're trading in the description box. Now, it's not going to be for everyone, but if you think that catches your interest, check out the description box. Check out those desk mats. Also, I am working on the Discord for like-minded people where we can share ideas, bounce ideas off each other, and focus on growing our portfolios. If that catches your interest, stay on the tune out because that will be coming out soon. If you haven't done so, do me a big favor. Smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And like always, thank you for your time and thank you for watching. And I'll see you on the next one.